How's it going, everyone? Got a lot to talk about in this video. An update that happened a few days ago, but I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. Yes, we have a big update on Dreams as live service support for that game will be concluding. Super disappointing news, and I feel like a lot of misfires with Dreams as a whole, and there was a lot more potential to do things that could have revitalized the community. We'll talk about that. This is something I probably should have talked about a little while ago. I saw some comments of people being like, bro, why haven't you talked about this? So let's talk about it. Dreams, an update on server changes and live service support. Let's just get right into the nitty-gritty. Update on live support as noted on the official website. As we continue to evaluate and evolve our priorities for the studio and Dreams, we've made the difficult decision to discontinue live support for Dreams after the 1st of September of 2023 to shift our focus to an exciting new project. You'll continue to be able to play, create, and share Dreams with others after September, but we won't be releasing any more updates to the game or events such as DreamsCom, All Hallows Dreams, or the awards. We're incredibly proud of the work we've done in developing Dreams, such as our content releases, great updates, and live events, and we're endlessly grateful to the community for their belief and continuous contribution since launch. Although this is challenging news, we do have a few more updates on the way, including the much anticipated trend and a significant improvement to animation and our last create mode update. We will continue to share and celebrate creations in Dreams with the wider world on our social channels, our streams, insider roundups, and more. We will also be continuing our in-game curation work to make sure the Dreamverse feels as alive as it's always been and to surface amazing creations from you, our community, for everyone to enjoy. We know this won't be an easy message for everyone to hear, and it's certainly not been an easy decision. Dreams has been a special project for Media Molecule, and helping this burgeoning community of game developers, tinkerers, creatives, collaborators, and dreamers grow and express themselves remains one of the best things we've ever done. Thank you for being part of it with us. We look forward to you joining us on our next adventure. They also go over some information about, server migration and everything like that. Let's talk about Dreams. Now, I feel like there's been a lot of mishandling with Dreams. Not from a development standpoint, because I think for a while Media Molecule did a great job with it, and what Dreams is as a tool for developers or creators. I'd rather prefer the term creators because there's a lot you can do with Dreams, but you know, if you want to create big budget titles and everything like that, maybe Dreams ain't for that, but Dreams is a very, very compelling creation suite, much like Little Big Planet was, and Media Molecule has really carved out this area for themselves where they're cultivating the creation of these incredibly unique experiences, and Dreams was another one like that. But Dreams was a game that came out, when did it come out? Back in 2020? Yeah, early 2020, and I believe it was in early access for quite a while. Yes, the early access release happened in April of 2019, and ultimately the full release happened in February of 2020. So we are about 3 years, a little over 3 years removed from the official release of the game, and just about 4 years removed from the early access release. So a lot of time has gone by, and I think what they've done with Dreams as far as an update standpoint, like it's consistently getting a stream of updates. However, I've always been of the mindset, first of all, Dreams should have been a game that either should have been a PlayStation Plus Essential title at some point, or hell, even a permanent PlayStation Plus Essential title. Like, this is the kind of game that you just wanted in the hands of people. Yes, obviously, you want to sell some copies of a game, but I think Dreams can represent something so much more powerful than just making a couple bucks by selling it for $9.99. I think it could get people super invested into the PlayStation ecosystem, and you just want people invested into an experience like this. Maybe there would have been other ways to monetize it, but why not just give people their hands on a creation suite like this and have them experience something incredibly compelling? I've also seen the idea, and this isn't my idea, but I remember when I read it or I heard it, I was just like, man, this is such a good idea. In the idea of bundling Dreams with every PlayStation 5 console, or trying to make some sort of bundle where it was getting Dreams into the hands of people, just because, this isn't a game that's super flashy, that's gonna jump out at people, but you just want people to give it a chance. And I think ultimately it could have been very beneficial for it to go down that route. And even if you don't want to do anything like that, before you end support for a game, look, we got Horizon Forbidden West on PlayStation Plus Extra. You're telling me we couldn't at least get Dreams on PlayStation Plus Extra? Like, what are we doing here? I know that there was a trial version available of Dreams, and maybe you could say, hey, that gives you a good taste of the game, but even that isn't that heavily promoted. So I just think the handling of Dreams wasn't that great, and I just felt like this should have been a title that's constantly in, like, the PlayStation blog, getting updated, having content uploaded. I don't know, I just feel like they could have supported it from a publisher standpoint, a marketing standpoint. I think it could have been a little bit better handled, and the fact that it's not available on PlayStation Plus Extra, like, sometimes I'm just bewildered by that. The fact we didn't get it added to Plus Extra while it was still consistently getting updates, and who knows if it'll ever be added. I think they should add it as soon as possible before, you know, live update support just completely ends in, you know, later this year. Why not just finally add it to PlayStation Plus Extra? Like, that at least makes some sense. That's the least you could do to get the visibility of this game a little bit more out there. But hey, I'll be a little bit of a broken record as far as that's concerned. I just think Dreams is an incredibly compelling experience. I feel like Media Molecule, they got a lot of love with Little Big Planet 1 back in 2008, and even in that era, like, PlayStation exclusives didn't have the reverence that they have now. But since then, like, I feel like LBP 2 didn't have the same level of buzz that LBP 1 had. LBP 3 obviously done by Sumo Digital, and when Dreams came out, the early access period, I think a lot of excitement was had when it initially came out, but then more and more people fell off. And I get it, a creation-based game like this isn't gonna be for everyone, and the idea of, you know, creation being at the heart of the game might scare some people away, but you don't have to be creative. Like, I enjoy Dreams, and Lord knows I'm not gonna be creating anything. Like, I didn't create anything back in 08 with Little Big Planet, but people created some cool stuff, and that is the same thing with Dreams. At the very least, at least the game isn't officially shutting down, and it's not gonna be going away forever. But I remember when we were talking about Dreams having 10 years of support, and the game was gonna be a part of PlayStation for the long term, and now, you know, just 3.5 years after the full launch of the game, it is gonna be ending support, which is just a bummer to me. And I think it's gonna go down into that category of PlayStation titles like a Gravity Rush 2 that unfortunately made it so it wasn't sustained for a longer period of time. Obviously, Dream's a totally different style of experience than Gravity Rush, but the same can be said where they are more artistic, more unique kind of experiences where now they are unfortunately going to the wayside. And, you know, if you look at what Sony's been working on and what kind of titles they're really putting their stock into, there's a specific style of experience that it seems like Sony is really leaning on, and I'm just worried that experiences like a Dreams, like a Gravity Rush is going to be a thing of the past where, you know, Sony's not going to be greenlighting titles like this. They're not going to be wanting to publish games like this, which would be a bummer. And look, I am all for the big budget single-player experiences, the third-person single-player experiences. Those are incredible. I'm sure that Sony is going to do, at least hopefully, some good stuff with the live service titles that they're going to put out. But, you know, I did enjoy the depth that for a long time Sony was offering with a lot of their published titles, and I feel like that is being lost just a little bit. But obviously, that's kind of more of a grandiose point and a bigger picture point. In the case of Dream, just unfortunate that it is ultimately shutting down. The game is available for $19.99, often goes on sale for $9.99. Even when support ends, I think it will be a compelling purchase, especially at that price point. I believe when it came out, it was super cheap in early access, and then I think ultimately it was released at $39.99, so it was never this $60 release. And I would say it was always worth it, but at the very least, give the trial a shot. If you like the trial, you can unlock the full game after that. The trial will only be available until May of this year, so next month it'll be leaving at some point. And at that point, if you do have the trial downloaded, you won't be able to access any content from that, but you will be able to upgrade it to the full game. But that'll do it for me. Let me know everything you think about Dreams and its unfortunate closure. Let me know if any of you guys played it. I know this is more of a niche game for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys haven't checked it out. It's one of those games that also released during the height of the PlayStation, like, AAA single-player game explosion where, you know, early access in 2019, but you're talking about around that time, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War, Death Stranding. Those were the big games that the PlayStation audience was really gravitating towards, and a title like Dreams, such a different and unique experience. I'm just interested to know what Media Molecule is going to move forward to next. I hope that they aren't going to lose their creativity and that unique nature that all of their titles have, because that would be a bummer if they had to kind of fall into doing what everybody else is doing. So hopefully they can work on something compelling going into the future. But for now, Dreams is still going to be kicking it with live support until September of this year, and it'll still be playable, it'll still be accessible after that. It just won't be getting a consistent stream of updates and support. But that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.